hello.
Hello, hello.
Good morning to
Good
you.
morning to you.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Odeni.
Odeni.
Let's give a
Let's give
couple
a
of
couple
minutes
of
for the
minutes
rest
for
to
the rest
come.
to come.
We're going to give a
Give
couple of
a
minutes
couple
for
of
the
minutes for
rest.
the rest.
You can
You
say
can
hello
say
to your
hello to your
partners.
partners.
All right, we can officially start. Hello, guys. How are you today? Mr. Reyes saying hello to the students. How are you, Mr. Alonso Odeni? How are you today?
I'm fine, teacher. I'm fine.
Well, very good to hear that you guys are doing fine. Albert, how are you? Good morning to you. We're going to start with a feedback from the previous class. Today, we're going to finish Module 3 and we're going to start Module 4. So like that, we could all be ready. I did write to you guys on the WhatsApp group in order to check the things that we have for today. We asked Angelica that came in to please turn on the camera, and we got like 7 students so far in order to start. We're gonna ask the one that says Fran Carlos. I need you to put your name, right? I need you to put your name on the on the on the Zoom thing. All right, let's start then with Odeni. That was the first one that came in. Then we're going to have Albert. Odeni, can you give me a feedback of the last class, of what happened on the last class, about the grammar, the exercises that we completed, what you remember from the last class, Odeni, please. Yes, Odeni, if you remember anything that you remember from last class, can you listen to me good? Can you hear me? Can you guys listen to me? Mm, can you hear me, guys? All right. Odeni, can you hear me?
Sí.
Yes?
Empezar desde temprano, así que
All right. Odeni, I want you to give me a feedback from the last class. What happened on the last class?
voy a desenchufar todo. Eh,
Eh, no, espérate.
Baja.
El
El
verbo
verbo
to
to
be,
be,
el
el
dos,
dos,
la
la
negación,
negación.
eh,
Continue.
Ya, vamos a ver.
Okay, we say hello to Angelica. How are you, Angelica?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. See that
Very good.
you got the headphones today, so that means you're gonna listen good. Angelica, do you remember what happened on the last class? So you can give us a feedback.
Yes.
Please tell me what you remember from last class. Angelica, a feedback from last class.
Hello.
Yes, can you give me a feedback of what happened on the last class?
And model 3 finished. Today, model 4.
Okay. Yes, we're gonna finish module 3 today and then we're gonna finish module 4. But do you remember what happened on the last class?
No remember.
No? Okay.
No.
Carlini, can you give us a feedback about last class? No? Don't remember? Let me go with Albert. Albert, do you remember what happened on the last class?
Sorry, teacher, I was not.
Okay, go Mr. Alonso to see if we remember.
Teacher, sorry, but I can't talk about it because I didn't take this class.
Okay, so you were not in the class. I remember Downey was in the class. Downey, can you give us a feedback about what happened on the last class?
good morning, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Remember asking for taking the time, example 6 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
6, a 6:30 or 6:30. I pronounces that um, things.
Okay. We talked about the time last time that we saw each other. And we were dealing with module 3 too last time that we saw. Thank you very much, Downey. We say hello to Fiordalisa. I think Fiordalisa is connecting. Hello, Fiordalisa, and good morning to you.
Teacher, I listen.
All right. We say hello to Fiordalisa. How are you, Fiordalisa? Good. Do you remember something that happened on the last class, Fieldarisa, so you can give us a feedback?
Yes,
Please.
teacher. Daily routine,
Okay.
vocabulary, get who, take, one, half, do, and pronunciation,
Some pronunciation.
grammar, present simple, negative, eh, what time is it?
Okay. Yes.
What? Yes. So, teacher.
Very good. Very good. And thank you very much for sharing in that sense. Okay. So with that, we're gonna start today's class. We're gonna go. Let me share the book so like that we can see that part. And we can continue. We could say with unit or with less with the part 3 of the module 3 of what we have. I need one student to confirm that you can see my screen, please. Yes, I could see it too because I have the two. One student, please, to confirm that you can see my screen. Can you see the book, guys? Yes? No? Anybody?
Yes, teacher, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so let's go down to 3. On the last class that we had, that it was during the week, it was done in the week, and we completed the D part. I told the students to complete E because E is basically a reading. So we're going to see F, G, and H right now. And then after that, we're going to start module 4. We ask students to continue studying, so like that, everything will be good. So the first thing that we're going to do is that you are going to write this grammar that we have here. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to explain that part. And then we're going to start doing the exercises that we have. So everybody, please copy this part where it says possession, noun, singular, or the square. Copy that part. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. When you finish, you can say, Mr. Reyes, I finished. So I can know that you are working. All right? Everybody copy. Let me know when you finish. When you finish, let me know that you're finished. Let me see my coffee. Finish.
S.
Okay, we got one student up there. Who's finished? Your name, please.
Ask her what is she buying now. Para ver si that ones that I need. I would never think that would be on the night.
Mr. Reyes.
So everybody finish.
Teacher,
Yes.
I want that you explain me the difference of whose and whose in this case. And what whose in this case.
Yes. That is part of the grammar. I'm going to explain that in a couple of minutes. But yes, that is part of today's grammar. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Who is not finished copying? Who's not finished copying? That means that everybody finished copying, correct? Hello, Jody too. Say good morning to Mr. Jody. You see Jody now. Okay. Now, in this part of the grammar, we have two things, okay? It's called basically possession, and there are two ways that we can express possession in English. Well, there are more than two ways. We got three so far. Okay, so it says here, somebody has the mic on, please, unless you have a question, mute your mic, unless you have a question. I think everybody else is mute. Okay, I just muted. Okay, so in this part, there is a video in the platform that will help you a lot. I don't know if you guys saw it already, but in module 3, I put a video that is called the possessive S. All right, and the rules that we have for the possessive S is that when you have a noun, it says here, noun that is singular. When you have a singular noun, all right, what you do is that you put an apostrophe and an S. And then this apostrophe S, that is what we have here, means that is this next noun is the possession of the one that we have before. For example, when I say John's mom, what that means is that this is the mother of John. All right, so the possession of the next noun, the possession of what we have here, is for the person that we have before. If I say Mr. Reyes's with an S, car, I'm saying that car is my possession. So you have apostrophe S for the person, but what is the possession is what's coming next. So if you want to talk about my marker, I'll say Mr. Reyes's marker. Talking about the possession in this context that we have here. Allow me just a second. I see some people with the mic. Okay. So, in most of the nouns, especially singular nouns, we put apostrophe S for mom. Now, that means that this here, the mom, is the possession of John, or is the possession of the name that we had before. In plural nouns, it's different. In plural nouns, we only need an apostrophe to show this possession. All right? You don't need the S. So, if you say the girls, look, the girls is plural. Okay? The girls is more than one. When you have a plural noun, the pencils, the tables, and you want to put a possession to that, you don't need to put the S. All right? If you put the apostrophe, now the apostrophe specifies the possession of this plural noun that we got here. So, the aunt is the aunt of the girls. That means that is the girl's aunt. If I want to talk about a bed, and let's say that you have two girls and they have one room, but they have only one bed for the two girls, right? Like we normally have. So the bed is the possession of the girls. So you say the girls apostrophe bed, meaning that bed is the possession of those girls. So again, we have singular nouns, and regular, we could say singular, regular nouns. In order to put the possession, you need to put apostrophe S. And that means that this is the mother of John. If I have a car, I see somebody with the mic on. Please turn off the mic unless you have a question. Angelica, the mic. Unless you have a question, Angelica. Angelica, do you have a question? Okay, thank you. Remember, when you have a question, you can open the mic and ask the question. But if you don't have a question, you need to mute the mic so like that everybody can listen. I'm going to repeat again. This is called the possessive S. That's how we call it, the possessive S. What does that mean? That with an S, in this context, John's mom, John's car, Mr. Reyes' marker. When you have this structure in a singular noun, then this means that this mother is the possession of John. That means that is John's mother. If I say Mr. Reyes' marker, that means that marker is my possession. That is when it's singular. When it's plural, regular plural, right? Then you don't need to put the S. When it's regular plural, you need to put only apostrophe after the regular plural, and that apostrophe means that is the possession of the girls. In this case, the girl's aunt. What does that mean? That the aunt is the possession of the girls, because it's plural. Now, when you have irregular plural, irregular. What is an irregular plural? An irregular plural is a noun in English that don't follow the rules of plural. What is the rules of plural that we saw before? That you add an S, all right, or es, depending on the ending that we had with the plurals. The irregular plurals, they don't follow the rules. That's why they are called irregular. So the irregular plural, you need to put apostrophe S. General, regular, singular, apostrophe S. Irregular plural, apostrophe S. Normal, plural, only apostrophe. That is basically what we have here. Questions with this grammar here. Now with who or whose. With this, the apostrophe S. Question. Saida, questions. Albert, Fiordalisa. Okay, let me see if you understand. I'm going to check an example. Okay, if I want to say this is the cap of the markers. Can you see that? This part, right, is the cap. This is the cap. So, marker, is that singular or plural when I say a marker? A marker, is that singular or plural? It's a question. Joyri, a marker, is that singular or plural?
Teacher, I don't understand what you're saying.
The question is a marker, right? A marker. Is that singular or plural?
Marker. Be singular.
Okay. So, good. If I want to talk about it is singular. This, you see, this is the cap of the marker. Using the possessive S, how do I express that? How can I express this using the possessive S? Angelica. Yes, Angelica. How can I express the cap of the marker with the possessive s? Can you? Mhm.
The mark.
The marker?
Yes.
Yes, but how can I express that this, the cap, is the possession of the marker with the grammar that we have?
The possession. The mark.
Possessive. How do I express it with the grammar? Let me check. Right here. This is the marker. This is the cap. Now this cap is the possession of the marker, okay? So with the grammar, how can I express that possession with the grammar? No? Odeni, can you help us there, please? How can I express that this is the possession of the marker with the grammar that we have? Anybody that has the answer? Hello? Anybody with the answer? How can I express that possession according to the grammar that we have there? Look at the grammar. The grammar says possession. Noun singular apostrophe s. Plural noun only apostrophe. Irregular plural apostrophe s. So how can I express with the grammar that this cap is the possession of the marker? Anybody? Fiordalisa, what do you say? What do you say? How can I express that this cap is the possession of this marker? Do you got the answer?
Singular teacher.
Mm-hmm. But how can I express it? How do I say that according to the grammar? This is the possession of this marker. With that grammar, how do I say that? Alonso, do you have the answer?
No, teacher, I don't know.
Okay. Let me see. Saida, do you have the answer? How do I express that with the grammar?
Alright, teacher. Leaders, I don't understand, teacher.
I'm sorry?
The position on singular and plural.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, but my question is, according to the grammar, right? You got the grammar there. The grammar is what I explained just now. I have here a marker, and I have here a cap. Okay, now this cap is the possession of this marker. Okay, is the possession.
Alright.
So with the grammar, how do I express that with this grammar? What is the sentence according to the grammar of possession that I need to express that information?
The market is
This is called
plural, teacher.
a cap. This is called a cap. C-A-P.
A cap is singular.
Mm-hmm.
No more, teacher.
Okay. Does somebody got the answer? Nobody has the answer according to this grammar? Downing, do you have the answer? According to the grammar, how do I express that this cap is the possession of this marker? No? Okay. Now, in order to do that, and I'm going to go over the grammar again. Listen, the grammar says that when you have a singular noun, now, the marker, right? Marker. Is that plural or singular? A marker. Singular. Yes, Mr. Reyes, singular. So, I got here the marker, right? And this is a cap. So, according to the grammar, if I want to say that the cap is the possession of the marker, then what I need to do is that I need to write, or I need to say, this is the marker apostrophe S cap. That's it. Why? Because the grammar says right here, when it's singular, look at it, when it's singular, right? When it's singular, then you put apostrophe S. And that's basically it. It says the markers cap. So what am I saying? When I say the markers cap, I mean that this cap is the possession of this marker. That's the grammar that we have there. All right? Now, if I want to say that the mouse is the possession of the computer, how do I express that in English? The mouse, the possession of the computer. How do I express that? Who can tell me that?
Mouse the computer?
No, with the grammar that we have is with this grammar that we have.
Teacher,
Yes, Alonso.
the computer apostrophe S mouse.
Exactly. The computer's mouse. Computer apostrophe S mouse. Why? Because the computer is singular, and it says for singular noun, singular regular nouns, you put apostrophe S. Very good. Okay, now, if I want to talk about the page of the book, and in terms of possession of the book, I have a book, but I want to talk about the page. So the page are the possession of the book. So how do I express that? Who can help Mr. Reyes? Book, but that the page is the possession of the book. How do I express that with the grammar?
I can talk again.
Yes, go ahead.
The book apostrophe S page. The
Exactly.
book's page.
The book's page. That is in the book's page. What do I say? Well, that the page is the possession of the book. All right. Let's talk about Saida. Saida, do you have a boyfriend, Saida?
I have
Okay.
one teacher.
Can you share the name of your boyfriend for an example?
The name teacher.
Yes, please.
One teacher.
Juan. Okay. So, for, let me see who else is here. Let me ask Fiordalisa. Well, Fiordalisa, you got Saida and you got Juan. All right. There are two things that we can express. All right. Saida is singular. Okay. Juan is singular. But I want to say that Juan is the possession of Saida. How do you express that? Using boyfriend. With this grammar.
Hay una batalla. Una cosa así.
Do you know, Fiordalisa, with the grammar? Saida, Juan, and the boyfriend. How do I express that with the possessive S?
Teacher, repeat please.
You got Saida, you got Juan, and you got boyfriend. How do you express that Juan is the possession of Saida using boyfriend with the apostrophe S?
The one boyfriend Saida.
No, with the grammar. Angelica, do you have that answer, Angelica? Juan, the possession of Saida, boyfriend.
The possession, Saida, boyfriend,
And the apostrophe S, what is it?
boyfriend.
No, we need to put it. Saida, do you have the answer for that? I mean, you should, right? Because it's your possession.
I got it, teacher.
Let me listen to Saida first, Manoso, and then I'll give you the opportunity. Saida, how can you express that your boyfriend is your possession?
Teacher, Saida and Juan in possession is Saida
Mm-hmm.
apostrophe is
Yes,
boyfriends.
exactly.
Boyfriends, teacher.
Good. All right, so we put Juan is Saida apostrophe S boyfriend. What does that mean? That Juan is the possession of Saida? Well, not really, but yes, grammatically he is your possession, grammatically, okay? So when we have plurals, I'm going to use a normal plural. Let's say that we have speakers, okay? Speakers. I got 2 speakers here. Let me show you the speakers. Well, no, they are there, okay? You can see 2 speakers over there, all right? Just to use the plural. I want to express that the speakers, plural, are the possession of the computer. Who can help me with that? The speakers are the possession of the computer. How do you write that? According to the grammar. Yes? We got less than 1 minute. Go, Alonso, as I see you turn the mic.
Let me see. The speakers with apostrophe after S, computer.
Mm-hmm. Well, speakers only apostrophe after that, and the computer apostrophe speakers. In that case, the plural is going to be for the plural is going to be for the speakers. It's not going to be for the computer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You say the computers apostrophe S speakers. Computers are speakers because the let's give it 1 minute so the rest can come in. 1 minute. All right, continuing with the grammar. Let's say that we have the speakers, so we can go with that example. Or let's say that we have two computers, so we can continue. Two computers, and we have two speakers. So I want to express that the speakers are the possession of the computers. How do I express that with the grammar? Yes, who can tell Mr. Reyes? Two computers, two speakers. How do I express that with the grammar? Yes, Odani. Odani. Two computers, two speakers. How do I express that with the grammar? No, Odani? Hello. Let me ask Albert. Albert, two computers, two speakers. How do I express that with the grammar? Yes, Albert. Albert, two computers, two speakers. How can I express that with the grammar? Hello, Albert. Mr. Reyes calling Albert. One second. Somebody has the mic on. Is that in your house, Albert? We got some people with noise on the back, but everybody's unmuted. Windows. I don't know why, but. One second, guys. I don't see whose mic is on. Okay, Albert, two computers, two speakers. How do I express that with the grammar? Yes, Albert. No, Albert?
I'm sorry, no.
Joy, can you do that for me, Joy? Two computers, two speakers.
Edda.
Joy del Carmen. Yes, two computers, two speakers with the grammar. How do you express that? Yes, Joy, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Okay, Jody, two computers, two speakers. How do I express that with the grammar? No, Jody? If you don't know, you can say, I don't know, Mr. Reyes.
Excuse me.
Yes, I'm asking, with the grammar, when you have two computers and two speakers, and you want to express that the speakers are the possession of the computer, how do you express that with the grammar?
Speakers.
Two computers, two speakers. And you want to say that the speakers are the possession of the computer. How do you express that with the apostrophe S?
Speakers.
Repeat it again, please, a little louder. I can't hear you. Joy, can you repeat it, please?
Excuse me.
Please repeat it. I couldn't hear you. Okay, what we're going to do is this, guys. Carlini, can you verify that you can listen to me? Okay, you can listen to me. Good. In the chat, okay, we have a chat here in the Zoom, okay? In the chat, you're going to create, according to this grammar, two examples, and you're going to write them in the chat, okay? Two examples with a singular, apostrophe S, two examples with plural, only apostrophe in sentences, and two examples with irregular plural. You're going to write that in the chat. Everybody write it. You can write it now. I'm going to be reading them. All right, in the Zoom chat, you write those examples so I can know that you are paying attention and that you are here, you know. All right, two examples, and two examples of sentences that you create with this grammar. Two with apostrophe S, that means that they are singular. Two with only apostrophe, and two with irregular plural. Everybody writing on the chat so I can correct them. Write the examples here, examples in the chat. Two. Everybody writing their examples. Okay. Side Esther Lorenzo to everyone. Knows. What does that mean, Saida? Now, yes, now in the chat. I want to make sure that we got this part. Yes. Yes, Angelica, what is your question? Your microphone. Now, yes. Okay. This is the grammar, right, that I explained a couple of minutes ago. When I said, do you have any questions? Nobody asks questions. So, That means that everybody understands the grammar because they have no questions. You need to do 2 examples like this with singular, 2 examples with plural, and 2 examples with irregular. All right, similar to what we got here. This is John's mom. Your example could be exactly. You need to do 2 regular. Mm-hmm. But you need to write it here. You need to write it on the chat. Your examples. All right, Angelica, you need to write. Mm-hmm. You need to write in the chat 2 examples of each. 2 examples singular, 2 examples plural, and 2 examples irregular. But that is in the chat. Now you put it in the Zoom chat.
Okay.
Everybody.
The regular plural example is the man's house.
The men's house. That is an example of the regular plural, but you have to create your personal example and write it in the chat now. Personal example, Angelica, and write it. A few minutes. Mm-hmm. Yes, Saida, take your time. I'm going to have a couple of minutes, 2 to 4 minutes. You have to write them down, Angelica. You have to write them in the chat group of Zoom. You got to write your examples in the chat.
Okay.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to the one and to everyone before they see the light.
Teacher,
Yes,
look at my example.
you need to write them in the chat. I'm waiting for them in the chat so I can correct them. Yes, Alonso, write them in the chat. Write them in the Zoom chat.
Yes, I write.
Okay.
I wrote.
Okay. Angelica, you need to write the examples in the chat. In the Zoom chat, you write the examples so I can see that you understand. I put one example just in case.
Example.
Yes, you need to write in the chat.
Teacher,
Yes.
using my example.
No, not yet. I can only be in class for a while, somebody said. Yes, very good. The father's apartment, the brother's cars. Okay. Let me see. Yes, I saw your example and your message. Lenses Alonso. Well, Lensis Levi's, yes. But Lensis Alonso's, no. Because Lensis Alonso is another last name. So it'd be Lensi Alonso's and then park, car, or any possession.
Okay.
Juan's phone, very good. Maria's eyes, very good. The computer's keyboards, very, no. Well, two computers in this case. Remember the one that wrote I think it was Joydy, right? Joydy. Okay, this is good if you have two computers, okay? Because remember that we apply the rules to this noun, the computer. So this means that you have two computers and you have similar keyboards, okay? In this context. If you say the computer apostrophe S keyboard, that means that it's one keyboard and one computer. In this case, you have plural computers because you have only apostrophe and plural keyboards, okay? It's not bad, it's good. I'm just saying, explaining what that means there. The car's windows, no. In this case, you gotta put apostrophe S, all right? Because you're talking about windows is plural, but car needs to be singular. You see what I mean? In this expression, you are talking about more than one car, okay?
Teacher,
Yes.
the plural, the car, is red.
The plural in the car?
It's red.
Dame just a moment. Dame just a second, guys. Let me check something. I see some people are just talking and talking in the back. Okay, we asked Angelica and Belisa. You need to control the microphone. You need to mute the microphone. Angelica and Belisa. Your microphone, Angelica and Belisa. We are listening to people in Spanish. You need to make sure that it's clear in the back. Yes, Angelica.
Singular, the phone, my father.
My father's phone will be Angelica, but you need to write it in the group.
My father's phone.
My father's phone, but you need to write in the chat. Write it in the chat, your examples. I'm looking at the examples. Yes, Belisa. Mute your mic, Angelica, please.
Okay.
Belisa.
Tell me, teacher, buen día.
Okay. Good morning, we say in English. We don't do Spanish.
Morning, sorry.
I'm saying, Melissa, that you need to control your microphone because the mic was on and we can hear people in the back, all right? Unless you have a question. If you have a question, you can open the mic. But if you don't have a question, the mic needs to be muted.
Sorry.
Please. Angelica. Very good, Angelica. The example. Mute your phone, Angelica. We can hear the motorcycle. Mute the mic, Angelica. All right, so some of us got some good examples. Yes, the mic. I'm going to read them so like that we could see them. Okay. Noun singular, Maria is Lisa's sister. Well, sister. Juan is Jose's father. Plural noun, the boys' cars. In this case, When it says the boy's card, let me put it here. When it says the boy's cards, just a moment so I can correct it. Let me share the screen with you guys. Okay, listen guys, so you can see what I have here. All right, when it says the boys cars, right? In this case, you are saying that there is one boy, okay? One boy, and that the boy has more than one car, okay? Scarlett, one boy, and that the boy has more than one car. Now, if the boy only has one car, then you say the boys like this, apostrophe S, and then you say car, okay? If he only has one car. The teacher's book, very good. The teacher's book, one book, all right? And that book is the possession of the teacher, good. Irregular plural, my son's tablet. No, because son is regular, but it's correct, all right, the structure. But son is not irregular. Song is regular. You can have two sons, all right? Song is a regular noun in this case. My father's house, and father too is regular, all right? So this is singular. One father, one horse. I'm sorry. My mother's phone, very good. The car is red. We need the possessive here in the car. There is no possessive. Fiordalisa, Juan's aunt, good. One aunt, and that aunt is the possession of one. Flora's father, very good. My brother's shoes, one brother, and two shoes or more. My boy's fans, okay? More than one boy, all right? More than one boy, and this needs to be separated, fans, a little later, all right? This means, Fiordalisa, that the plural is the boys, okay? The boys are plural, not the fans. The fans are plural too, but remember that the rules is for this noun, okay? Very good. With the examples that we have, let me see, we got more examples. Yes, we got more. Very nice. Alonso's de Jesus to me. Okay, no, I'm not going to read down. Mother's phone, I put that as an example. Oh, those are the ones from before. Okay. My brother's cars, good. Now, let me tell you guys, and I'm going to explain it again, so like that you can listen to me. Saida, can you listen to me clear, so I could just verify? Can you listen to me, Saida? Can you listen to my voice? Confirm, please.
Excuse me, teacher. Repeat, please.
Can you listen to me? I just want you to confirm.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I'm going to explain again. Most of you guys did good, okay? Now remember, for this grammar, the singular, right, is John, okay? It's not the mom, the singular, all right? The rule for the singular, look, is for John, not for the mom, okay? You can apply this for the singular, and the next word or the possession can be plural, okay? But remember that the rules is for this noun, okay? For John. The rule here for the plural is for girls, okay? Not for aunt. Because if the girl has plural aunts, then the apostrophe is equal, okay? Because the apostrophe is for the plural that is here, okay? I can say the girls apostrophe, meaning that the girls are plural. You have more than one girl. And I can say the girl's aunt. That means that I'm talking about one aunt of the girls. Now I can say the girls apostrophe aunts with S. Why? Because I'm talking about the girls that are plural, and the rule applied to this, to the girls. It doesn't apply to the aunt. All right, you can have more than one aunt. That's why I see some students putting the apostrophe thinking that the plural is here. No, the plural is this one, or the rule is for that one. Okay? And in the irregular, well, you got to get the irregulars, and they are treated with apostrophe S. Make sure that you are practicing on this. We're going to do some exercises in a minute, but make sure that you watch more videos about that. All right? So like that, you can understand it a lot better. And make sure that you create personal examples so you can, improve on that or do better. Now we're going to talk about who and whose. Okay? Now, he says who or who is or whose Lynn. She is Mark's wife. So listen, who, right? In this case, this is an abbreviation. Whose is the abbreviation for who is. Okay? Who and who is the same. When you say whose, now the pronunciation is the same as this one. Pronunciation equal. Whose. You write it different. They have a different definition too. Now let me show you. Who is, I'm asking for the person. Who is your mother? My mother is Maria. Who is your father? My father is Jose. So when I say the first one, who or who is, as a question, I'm asking for a person. Only a person. Okay? Who is your teacher? Who is your teacher? Yauri.
My teacher is Mr. Reyes.
Exactly. Your teacher is Mr. Reyes. So when you say who, or when you ask with who, you are looking for a person. All right? Saida, who is your boyfriend?
My boyfriend is Juan.
Exactly. All right? Downey, who is your daughter?
My daughter is Mary.
Okay, your daughter is Mary. Escarlin, who is your father? Yes, Escarlini. Who is your father? Hello, Mr. Reyes from the base calling Escarlini. Escarlini going once. Escarlini going twice. The base calling Escarlini. Okay, we're going to call Odeni. Mr. Odeni, let's see if you're paying attention. Who is your father, Mr. Odeni? Mr. Reyes calling Odeni. The base calling Odeni. Mr. Reyes calling Odeni once. Mr. Reyes calling Odeni twice. Odeni is not paying attention to the class, but it's all right. All right, let me see, Mr. Albert. Albert, who is your father, Mr. Albert? The same question. Mr. Reyes calling Albert. Mr. Reyes calling Albert from the base. Mr. Reyes calling Albert twice. Albert, oh my God. Some students are only present in the Zoom meeting. That's it, but it's all right. We continue. Fiordalisa, who is your boyfriend? Fiordalisa, who is your boyfriend?
My boyfriend is Santos.
Santos. Okay, well, it's only for the class, all right? You don't have to say it. It's only for the class. It's good. All right. So remember, right, that this is a class similar to a class when you are, well, it's not really a physical class, it's an online class, but the same things apply, all right? You need to pay attention, and at the same time, you need to participate. So like that, you can get all your points, all right? Because it's part of it. But it's all right. Make sure that you are paying attention. Okay, so when I say who, I ask for a person, okay? Who is this? This is my mother. Who is at the park? My sister is at the park. A person is at the park. All right, so every time you use who, you are asking for a person. Now, the second one, this one, whose. When you say whose, you are asking for two things at the same time. All right? When you say whose, you are asking for the person and possession, the two at the same time. All right? When I say, who is this? Number one, the first one. Who is this? This is Carlos. And when I say, whose is this? I'm asking for the person that is the possession or that has the possession of this marker. All right? If this is my marker and I say, whose, the second one, whose is this? Then the answer will be, this is Mr. Reyes' marker. Or these markers is the possession of Mr. Reyes. All right? So the second one, whose, asks for the two things at the same time. He asks for the person and the possession at the same time. If you have this computer and you ask me, you say, Mr. Reyes, whose computer is this? Then the answer will be, that is my daughter's computer. Meaning that the question asks for the two things, so you need to give the two informations. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good.
That's good.
All right, my daughter is here, just in case. You can say hello to the class. It is a different class, but you can say hello to the class.
Oh, this is the one from the Itla?
Yeah, exactly. This is the one from the Itla.
What level is this one?
We started, we could say, beginning.
Oh, okay.
You say hello? You say hello?
Yeah.
You don't want to say hello? Okay. That is my daughter, guys, right? Yes, she speaks English too. Everybody speaks English in this house. Again, close the door, please. Again, who asks only for the person. The second one, whose, asks for the person and the possession at the same time. So, ask who the possessor is. Well, the owner in this case. So, whose daughter is Lynn? Well, Lynn is John and Estella's daughter. All right? Whose possession is this daughter from? That's when you have a whose. So, question, guys. With who and whose? Questions. Saida, Angelica, Downey. Questions. Fiordalisa, question? No? Okay. Let's see, we get it. Let's write, in this case, two examples with who or who is, and two examples with whose. And you write it on the chat so we can get everybody working, if you understand, because I don't see no more questions. So write two examples with who and two examples with whose, asking the question. Go in the chat. I'm going to be waiting. Who and whose. 2 and 2. Come on. Let's go. Let's do this. 2 and 2. Two examples with who, two examples with whose. And then we're going to practice a letter. A letter, a letter, a letter. Two examples in the chat. Two with who or who is, and two with whose. All right, let me see. Okay. Whose? Alonso. Whose crayon marker is this? Is the question. Okay, Alonso, so you can fix it. All right, who's Fiordalisa? Very good. My student. Very good, Fiordalisa. Who is Jennifer Lopez? My girlfriend. You know, my girlfriend. All right, let me write the examples, guys. I see only 3 people here participating on the examples. I want to make sure that you are understanding. So, write the example.
Mr. Reyes, how many examples?
2 and 2, 2 and 2. 2 with who and 2 with whose. All right.
Okay.
Who's Danilo Medina? Oh, the ex-president in a couple of months. Bye bye, Danilo. Oh my God. A very good example. Who's Danilo Medina? My cousin. Nah, I'm just playing with you guys. We gotta study, guys. We gotta study. Remember, my mother's car. Okay, good, Angelica, but that is from the other example, Angelica. We got who and whose right now, Angelica. But very good example.
Eddie.
The microphone, guys. Who's my English teacher? Mr. Reyes, you know? Okay. Whose son, you put Anna is, Joy, and is, whose son is Anna? All right, in that question structure. But good. Okay, Albert Bayer. Who's Reyes? Oh, my teacher. Okay, Joy. In the husband, it'll be whose. Right, the second one. Whose husband is Fiordalisa? Whose? Okay? Yes, Albert, what is your question? Albert, what is your question? I see you raise your hand. Very good. Whose son is Anna? Anna is Roberto's, well, daughter in this case because it's Anna. Whose computer is Belitza's? Whose computer is Belitza's? Who's Albert? I don't know who's Albert. It's on an example. Good. Very good. Nice with the examples. Okay. Alonso, whose AC is this? After whose, we put the noun. Okay. Whose AC is this? Whose AC is this? All right, let's give a minute for the rest. Very good with the examples. Remember, we have to study. right, can you see my screen, guys? Just confirm. Fiordalisa, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, very good with the examples. Most of you did good. I was correcting them as I saw them. Remember that you're going to have access to this video. I am recording this today, so you can watch the video again. Who is the owner of that flower? My friend Maria. Very good. Very nice with that example. Remember that this is going to be recorded, so you can watch it again. An advice from Mr. Reyes. Please investigate about the book material, all right, before you come to the class, all right, not in the class. During the week, you know that next week we're going to study, or we're going to see module 4. Well, we're going to see it in a minute. But before we come to the class, you need to check and investigate the vocabulary and the grammar. You need to go online and complete everything that we have on the platform. And then, you know, you come with that to the class. Because if you don't study before with the virtual part, you know, it's not gonna, you're not gonna get a lot. So make sure that you are on point with that. Now there are some videos about on the module 3 about this, the possessive S. So make sure that you watch the video more than one time. You watch the video again and again and again and again. And that you create some personal examples. So like that, you'll understand it a lot better. Okay, so who and whose. Now, let me see who we can have. Let me see the name. We got Aisel. We say hello to Aisel. How are you, Aisel? Good morning, Aisel. How are you? Hello, Aisel. How are you? Can you hear me, Aisel? Can you listen to me?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Were you in the class for the grammar? Did you listen to the grammar, Aisel, about who and whose? Can you listen to me, Aisel?
Yes.
Okay. According to the grammar, who and whose, what is the difference between who and whose, Aisel? If you know.
There is no difference.
Yes, there is a difference. Downey, do you remember what is the difference between who and whose? Yes, Downing, do you remember the difference between who and whose?
House is in the plural, apostrophe, house, no?
No, Downing, not this one. These two, who and whose. These two. What is the difference between them two? According to what Mr. Reyes explained. No? Does somebody know the difference that can tell Mr. Reyes?
It's like I say, those are, it's a mention personal, because the different is a possession. One is
Very good. Very good, Alonso. Yes. The difference is that one expresses a possession and the other one doesn't express a possession. Okay? You need to know that and take notes for your feedback today. All right, take notes because you need to know that part for this part of the grammar. It says who only talks about a person. Whose talk about a person and possession. So the difference is that this one includes a possession and this one doesn't include a possession. All right? Make sure that you're on point with that. Let's see if we can check the exercises we have in the book. Okay, so listen to Amy and Nick talking about their families and choose true or false. So while you are listening to this, you can take notes. So like that, you can make sure that you got them good. We're going to complete this part 1 through 6. Mr. Reyes is going to play 2 times. All right, 2 times I'm going to play, and then after the 2 times, we're going to check the exercises. Are you ready?
Ready.
We're going to check now. You're ready. 2 times, remember.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm your new neighbor. This is Bert.
Oh, hi, Nick. Bert. I'm Amy. Are you brothers?
No, Bert's my cousin. I don't have any brothers or sisters. What about you?
I have a twin brother and 2 sisters.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
What do your parents do?
They both work in the same hospital. My mom's a nurse and my dad's a doctor. What about your parents?
Well, my mom's a teacher at an elementary school. My dad's a pilot. He lives in Toronto.
You mean they're divorced?
Yes, my mom and I live with her parents now.
Is this your grandma?
Yes, she is. Come and meet her.
Listen again. Remember, you can take notes.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm your new neighbor. This is Bert.
Oh, hi, Nick. Bert. I'm Amy. Are you brothers?
No, Bert's my cousin. I don't have any brothers or sisters. What about you?
I have a twin brother and 2 sisters.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
What do your parents do?
They both work in the same hospital. My mom's a nurse and my dad's a doctor. What about your parents?
Well, my mom's a teacher at an elementary school. My dad's a pilot. He lives in Toronto.
You mean they're divorced?
Yes, my mom and I live with her parents now.
Is this your grandma?
Yes, she is. Come and meet her.
All right. Did you take notes? Do you have the answer for number 1? Or do you need to listen again?
Again.
Again, down. And then I said again, okay. We're going to play one more time because you said you were ready. I asked, you said, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. I'm going to play one more time, so make sure that you are taking notes so like that we can check the rest. One more time.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm your new neighbor. This is Bert.
Oh, hi, Nick. Bert. I'm Amy. Are you brothers?
No, Bert's my cousin. I don't have any brothers or sisters. What about you?
I have a twin brother and 2 sisters.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
What do your parents do?
They both work in the same hospital. My mom's a nurse and my dad's a doctor. What about your parents?
Well, my mom's a teacher at an elementary school. My dad's a pilot. He lives in Toronto.
You mean they're divorced?
Yes, my mom and I live with her parents now.
Is this your grandma?
Yes, she is. Come and meet her. Ready, teacher.
All right, so let's see if we were able to listen. Amis is Nick's cousin. What is your answer? True or false? Anybody? False.
True.
You say true. So we got one true and one false. Who says true? Say that is true. Or raise your hand if you say that is true. Only one student said that is true?
That is false.
Asa said that is false. Downey, what do you have? True or false? Amis is Nick's cousin.
Listen true.
Okay.
Listen true.
Belitza, what do you have? True or false?
True.
True.
Listen true.
Saida, true or false? Fiordalisa, true. Escalini, true or false?
True, teacher.
Okay, I'm going to go with the majority. I'm going to put true. But if it's false, then you know that you have it correct. I'm Asil, all right? Well, it doesn't want to change, but it's all right. Oh. Nick is an only child. True or false?
True.
True. Okay. False. An only child means that you have no brothers and sisters. That you are the only one for your mother and your father. No brothers and no sisters. That's what an only child means. We're going to check in a minute. Ami has a big family. True or false?
True.
It's true.
Okay. We'll check in a minute. Ami's mom is a doctor. True or false?
False.
Nick's parents are divorced. False. Oh, I'm sorry, I put true, but we'll check in a minute. Nick lives with his grandparents. Only one student?
True is true. True is true.
Okay. So those are the answers though. Listen and confirm. Ami's Nick cousin. False.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm your neighbor. This is Bert.
Oh, hi, Nick. Bert. I'm Amy. Are you brothers?
No, Bert's my cousin. I don't have any brothers or sisters. What about you?
I have a twin brother and 2 sisters.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
What do your parents do?
They both work in the same hospital. My mom's a nurse and my dad's a doctor. What about your parents?
Well, my mom's a teacher at an elementary school. My dad's a pilot. He lives in Toronto.
You mean they're divorced?
Yes, my mom and I live with her parents now.
Is this your grandma?
Yes, she is. Come and meet her.
All right, very nice, guys. So those are the answers, okay? Amis is Nick's cousin. False. Nick is an only child. True. Ami has a big family. True. Ami's mom is a doctor. False. The doctor is the father. The mom is a nurse. Nick's parents are divorced. True. Nick lives with his grandparents. True. Nice. For those of you that got it correct. Okay. Now, listen and read the dialogue. Who's married? All right, who is married? Who's that girl with you, Sandy? Which one? The one with the long brown hair. That's my cousin Mary. She's very pretty. Thanks. So who is Mary? Mary's is... Who can answer that for Mr. Reyes? Who is married?
Who's that girl with you, Sandy?
Which one?
The one with the long brown hair.
That's my cousin Mary.
She's very pretty.
Thanks.
Okay. According to Sandy, and using the possessive, what is Sandy from Mary, or what is the relationship between Mary and Sandy?
They are cousins.
They are cousins. That's it. So Mary is Sandy's cousin. Yes, that's the relationship that they have. And part of the unit has to do with relationships, like a mother, your father, things like that. So it says here, bring a family photographs, act out similar dialogues to find out who each person is. So the idea is that you can ask questions and answers about your family members. Well, not yet. Let's listen to what we got here, and then we're going to talk about it.
That's a nice photograph, Pedro. Who's that man?
Which one?
The one with the beard.
Oh, that's my uncle, Pablo.
And who's the other man in a baseball hat?
That's my dad. His name is Fernando.
That's a nice photograph, Pedro. Who's that man?
Which one?
The one with the beard.
Oh, that's my uncle, Pablo.
And who's the other man in a baseball hat?
That's my dad. His name is Fernando.
Okay. I'm going to play it again, only so you can have it in the video. So when you watch it again, you can practice.
That's a nice photograph, Pedro. Who's that man?
Which one?
The one with the beard.
Oh, that's my uncle, Pablo.
And who's the other man in a baseball hat?
That's my dad. His name is Fernando.
But the idea is that you can practice a conversation using who? Angelica. Angelica, the mic, you need to mute the mic unless you have a question, Angelica, all right? The mic, you need to mute unless you have a question. Do you listen to me, Angelica? Can you hear me? Angelica. Okay. I cannot mute Angelica. One second, let me write to Angelica. Okay. All right, so I leave it there so like that you can practice, guys, okay? As I tell the students, make sure that you're going through the book and that you are getting the material that we have in the book and that you study this vocabulary before the class. Not after the class, before the class. Because after the class is too late. All right, now we're going to do some speaking. This part, what is the writing? You have it on the platform, so make sure that you do it. We're just going to read this and complete it. We could say, what does the rubric ask you to write? Who is the reader? What is it about? Okay. Now we're going to go and check who is the reader for this article. Who is the reader of this article? Who can answer to Mr. Reyes looking at it? Yes, guys?
Repeat, please, teacher.
Who is the reader of that article? I'm sorry? Good, Jolie, Estela. Okay? This exercise is in the platform. All right? You are supposed to read it, and after you read it, you are supposed to write something similar with your personal information. And then that you are supposed to send it to the group or not to the group, to the platform, so I can check. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna read it, and then we're gonna go to the next part. So let me ask Saida to start with the first paragraph. After Saida, we're gonna have Jody, and after Jody, Adsel. So like that, the three of you can read. Go, Saida, with the first paragraph, where it says number 1.
All right. Hi, I'm Greg. You are? Okay. Everything fine there. I alright, have good meal. To tell you.
To tell you. Okay, go,
To tell you.
Jody, with number 2. Mom has a new job.
Mom has a new job. She works as a teacher at an elementary school 3 blocks from home. She likes it a lot. The only problem is that she gets up very early. She has to be at school at
7:30.
That wants to learn Spanish. He has classes every afternoon. Sam and I go swimming. We go to the pool 5 times a week. Sam finds this tiring, but I like it a lot. I also want to learn a musical instrument. I can have guitar lessons on Mondays or piano lessons on Fridays, but I can't decide. What do you think?
Very good. Go, Downey.
Has to go now. Mom wants me to help her with the club. Right again, phone. It is too early, Julian.
All right. Everyone and chores. We say chores, that this word here. The chores are the things that you have to do at the house. Exactly. Like cleaning, the laundry, washing the dishes. You know, Fiordalisa is expert with the chores. Right, Fiordalisa? I'm only bothering you, Fiordalisa. All right, so remember that this exercise is in the Itla platform. Okay, so when you get it, you read it again, and you complete the exercise on the platform. Okay, I only read it so like that we can have it in the video, and you can practice when you watch the video again. Let me double check what we have here, and then that will be it. Closing remarks. All right, I'm going to play what we have here, cross-curricular science. So like that, we can complete this part of this module, and then that will be it. It says, match the animal to the names. Listen and check. So here we got some names: alligator, a snake, lizard, iguana, turtle, Komodo dragon. So what letter is the alligator, if you know? If not, I'll tell you. What letter is the alligator? Letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D, E, F. What letter? D. This one is the alligator. I'm sorry? E. This one. No? This one?
Letter C.
C. Okay, this one.
Komodo dragon.
No?
Yeah.
A. B.
Lizard.
No. B is this one here, is the lizard. C. Yes, it is.
Yes,
Alligator.
teacher. Yes.
This one, D. Or F.
No.
F.
No.
E.
No.
Yes.
Alligator. Alligator.
Yes, that is down. Right?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
A snake. What is the snake? A.
Letter. No. D.
D.
Letter D. D.
Snake.
Lizard. What is the lizard? F.
Letter B. Letter B.
Lizard.
Iguana. What is the iguana?
Letter A.
Letter A. Iguana.
Turtle. What is the turtle?
Letter F.
Turtle. Turtle.
And what it, well, come on, Mr.Reyes. Come on, come on.
Komodo dragon.
All right, remember that when you have the book comes with this version where you can have all the audios and even some videos about the modules that we have. Okay, and you can practice a lot more when you have access to the book. All right, what we're going to do is this. You're going to listen, read the quiz and answer the question. Let me give you like 2 minutes so you can answer. Which well-known reptile don't exist anymore? Which reptiles are poisonous? Where do most reptiles live? What don't reptiles have? How many legs do most reptiles have? And what do most reptiles eat? All right, I'm going to give you 1 minute for each question. So that'll be, 5 minutes. And then we'll check. If you finish, you let me know. You say, Mr. Reyes, yes, I finished. So complete the quiz. And then we're going to verify. Questions, just in case. Complete the quiz.
Teacher, what's the meaning of poisonous?
Poisonous. Oh, that means that they can give you something, like if it goes to your body, it can kill you. Like the snake, it has like a liquid. And that liquid can, that if you put it in your mouth, it can kill you. It's poisonous. That's what that means. A good question. Nice. Remember that I take the Zoom attendance from the picture, okay? Just in case there is a part that we can see the participants, and there I see who came to the Zoom meeting and who didn't come, okay? You should be able to see that. Let me know when you finish, guys.
Where's the teacher?
Finish, okay. All right, let's wait for 2 more students so they can finish. All right, let's start with number 1. Everybody, which well-known reptile don't exist anymore? B. Good. Which reptiles are poisonous? Okay. Where do most reptiles live?
In a cold place.
In a cold place, in dry place, in a hot place. Well, we're gonna check in a minute. That one, I don't think is, well, we're gonna check. What don't reptiles have? What don't they have?
Ears.
Ears. They don't have ears. Okay.
No.
A backbone.
Backbone.
Yes.
Okay. We wanna check when we listen. How many legs do most reptiles have? 6, 4, 8.
4.
What do most reptiles eat?
8.
Clown.
Meat, okay. Some say plants, some say vegetables, okay. Now, I'm going to play, all right, and you're going to confirm your answer, all right. I'm going to play 2 times so you can listen, and you're going to confirm.
Good morning, class. Today's lesson is all about reptiles. Reptiles date back about 280 million years. Yes, that's right. Dinosaurs are the most famous reptiles of all, even though they are not around anymore. These days, there are about 6,000 types of reptile, including snakes, lizards, turtles, alligators, and crocodiles. Some reptiles are dangerous. Some have very sharp teeth, such as alligators. Some species of snake are poisonous, such as tiger snakes in Australia and coral snakes in the Americas, to mention a few. We can find reptiles all over the world, except in very cold places. Some live on land and some live in water, but most of them live in hot, humid, and tropical places. This is because reptiles have cold blood. Reptiles are animals with a backbone, and except for snakes, most reptiles have 4 legs. Reptiles come in all shapes and sizes. Some are less than 5 centimeters or 2 inches long, while others grow up to 9 meters or 30 feet long. Most reptiles are meat eaters and eat other animals and insects, but a few lizards and turtles only eat plants. Now, let's watch a short movie about reptiles.
Listen again. Remember, you are listening to confirm.
Good morning, class. Today's lesson is all about reptiles. Reptiles date back about 280 million years. Yes, that's right. Dinosaurs are the most famous reptiles of all, even though they are not around anymore. These days, there are about 6,000 types of reptile, including snakes, lizards, turtles, alligators, and crocodiles. Some reptiles are dangerous. Some have very sharp teeth, such as alligators. Some species of snake are poisonous, such as tiger snakes in Australia and coral snakes in the Americas, to mention a few. We can find reptiles all over the world, except in very cold places. Some live on land and some live in water, but most of them live in hot, humid, and tropical places. This is because reptiles have cold blood. Reptiles are animals with a backbone, and except for snakes, most reptiles have 4 legs. Reptiles come in all shapes and sizes. Some are less than 5 centimeters or 2 inches long, while others grow up to 9 meters or 30 feet long. Most reptiles are meat eaters and eat other animals and insects, but a few lizards and turtles only eat plants. Now, let's watch a short movie about reptiles.
All right, so now you can check all the answers, all right? You got which well-known reptile don't exist anymore, dinosaurs. Which reptiles are poisonous, tiger snakes. Where do most reptile lives? In hot places. What don't reptiles have? warm blood. They don't have warm blood. They have cold blood. How many legs? 4. What do most reptiles eat? Meat. Very good. For those of you that had it correct. And the rest, make sure that you continue to study. Continue to study. Okay, tell the class 3 things you learn about reptiles. No, we're going to do that on our feedback. Do some internet research about other animals. Make sure too that you are checking and that you are doing your work. Okay? Good. Now, we're going to ask at least 3 students. If we have volunteers, that would be a lot better. So they can give me a feedback about the module 3. What is module 3 about? What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you, like 4 minutes. So you can get ready. Okay, we got 3 minutes to finish this meeting. Well, I'm gonna give you 4 minutes so you can get ready. And you can give me a feedback of module 3. The question is, what module 3 is about? So we can close module 3 and then we can start module 4. So 4 minutes, you get your feedback ready, and then I'm gonna ask everybody. All right, 4 minutes. Everybody completing that part. I'm gonna close the meeting now because it's it has like 2 more minutes. And in 5 minutes, we're gonna come back to the meeting, and then you're gonna have your answer. All right? So everybody writing their feedback or completing their feedback about module 3. What is module 3 about is the question. See you in 5 minutes. Bye-bye. In 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, remember. All right, let me know when you're ready, if you're ready for the feedback. Oh, Danny, you are ready for the feedback. All right, let me ask Odeni, what is your feedback, Odeni, about Module 3? Odeni, Mr. Reyes calling Odeni. Are you in the class, Odeni? Mr. Reyes calling Odeni. Odeni, Vice, are you in the class? Hello. All right, then we go with Mr. Albert. Mr. Albert, what is your feedback for Module 3? Or what is Module 3 about? You can tell the class. Yes, Albert. Your microphone, Albert. I'm sorry.
On Module 3.
Yes.
Present, gramática, vocabulário, singular incorreto, singular plural, possessivo, reptile is animal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finished.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Albert. Let's go with Jody, please. Jody, what is your feedback for Module 3? What is Module 3 about?
The Module 3 is about the possessions, how we can use who is and whose. And is about the relationship between the people or the things too.
Okay. What else? Something else? All right, go Downey.
Um, Model 3, remember vocabulary, prime time activity, brushing borrow games, watching DVD, over 2, like, no like, I like it, and go to the beach, and in the word from the chair, example, no say word in the morning, on the evening, the word, complete, preface on time, use and add it on in the skill, in the mother, father, marriage, sample husband, what time is it, sample 10:30, an animal, reptile, igual, tour, fish.
Very good. Thank you, Dowry. Thank you very much. Let's go with Fiordalisa. What do you have, Fiordalisa?
The module 3 teacher. Vocabulary, daily routine, grammar, present simple, negative, preposición, what I may see, animal, grammar simple, negative, interrogative. Today, teacher, possession, now singular, plural, now irregular plural. The reptile, dinosaur. So teacher.
Okay, the iguana. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Let me see those. I have not asked. Okay. Let's listen to Saida. Saida, go ahead. And after.
Yes. The model 3 complex.
Exactly.
Vocabulary. Example, what do you do in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening?
Not yet. It's a different exercise. Go ahead.
In the morning, I get up, I take a coffee, and then I to school. The time, example, 6 o'clock or 6, water to 6 or 5:45. More vocabulary. The possession of noun singular, plural noun, irregular plural, example of hour, position as car. English teacher.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Adson, what is your feedback for Module 3? Or what is Module 3 about is the question.
We talk about singular and plural to work, rules for verbs ending in S, CH, O, SH, SH, double S, X, and ES. And also talk about the present simple in negative and interrogative, how like don't negative singular form and doesn't negative plural form.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have Belitza or Odeni here? Because I don't see your cameras.
Me, teacher.
Go Belitza.
We talk about vocabulary, about free time activities, and daily routine and sport. About the animals, focus in reptiles.
Reptiles.
In grammar, we talk about the simple present and possessive. The preposition of time in, at,
All right. Thank you, and very good. Let me ask. I think we got one more so far. Odeni, what is your feedback, Odeni, about Module 3?
Module 3, position, noun singulars, plural noun, irregular plurals, house, más de animal, los reptiles.
Okay. Well, very good, and thank you very much. Now we're going to take this section, guys, because it's not convenient to start another module. Okay, it's not convenient. Your exam for module 3 is going to be ready this tonight, we can say. All right, you're supposed to take the exam tomorrow, and you're supposed to finish everything for module 3 because we had an extra week for module 3. All right, on Monday you should have module 4 in the platform. All right, so please, you start checking module 4. I see that a lot of students, all right, they are not studying in their house before they come to the class. All right, if you don't study, it's not going to happen. All right, it's not going to be only with what Mr. Reyes is giving you. You need, the way that this works, virtual, right? You check the book in advance, all right, not after. You check the book, you check the platform, you investigate, you watch the videos, and then you take the class about the module. Okay, so when you take the class about the module, you have information and everything is good. My connection, say your speaker is not working. Can you confirm that you can listen to me? Odeni, can you listen to Mr. Reyes or no?
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. Somebody said that the speaker was not doing that good. So I'm going to share something with you, and maybe we might finish, we could say a little earlier. And we need another class during the week. For you, not for me, but for you. You need another class during the week. So please, in the chat, let me know what day, so like that we can practice a little more, or we can, check. All right, let me know in the chat, like you did last time, what is the best day after 7, right? And we'll have another class during the week so we can help you on what we need. But you need to study in advance. All right, you cannot come to the class without checking the vocabulary, without investigating the grammar in the book, or with no material. No, I mean, if you come like that to the class, it's not happening. Now, I'm going to share the screen so you can see what we have, and so you can see what you can practice with. All right, let me see. Well, I am sharing the screen. One second. All right. Can you see the book now or no?
No.
No. Okay. I'm going to share, and then after I share, I got some things for you. All right, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Now remember that for those of you that have the book, you can always practice with the book, okay? You don't have to wait for Mr. Reyes, I would say. I'm going to go to the platform, and even though you have access to the platform, there are some videos there, especially in Module 3, that you can, practice with. You can watch and watch and watch and watch, and everything is going to be a lot better. I don't know why it didn't log back in. But you can see my screen, correct? Now about the possessive S, you need to practice more the possessive S, okay? So make sure that you practice the possessive S. Oh, got Itla here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to the program so we could see Module 3, and we can make sure that you got the videos and that you can practice those videos. That's basically the idea of these minutes. Every day, Mr. Reyes said you need at least 1 hour. Okay, doesn't let me in. Okay. You need at least 1 hour every day, so like that you can practice. Okay. Let me just put it there to see if we could get in. All right. Perfect. So this is basically your class. The only difference is that I have the teacher's mode. That is the only difference that we have. I'm going to get in. Tomorrow you should take the exam for Module 3. All right, the exam is not in yet, but I have it ready, so I only have to transfer the exam. Make sure that you complete everything for Module 3. So like that, you'll be on point. Here you go, my classes, and we go to this one. So directly Module 3, guys, there are some nice videos. Make sure, please, that you complete those videos, all right? In Module 3, not only for the class, make sure that you repeat and repeat and repeat so you can practice, because if not, it's not going to happen. Here you go. The Zoom meetings, they are here, guys, okay? The Zoom meetings, I download them here. So if you open, I'm going to open so you could see, because a lot of people are not watching the meetings. When we finish the class, you can watch the class again, all right, and practice. And that is the idea. Look, when you open the Zoom meeting, you're going to see all this. Look, those are the links. You copy the link and you paste the link in Google, and you're going to be able to go. Look, meeting number 1. Some meetings we have more than one because some were recorded different. So those are the meetings for the class. Okay, look, even one with a picture. You see, those are the meeting for the class in the Zoom meeting. This one is bad. That is the one from the last one, I think. But I'm fixing it in a couple of minutes. I'm going to fix it and send it. But you can always check. Yes. Fiordarisa.
I can hear teacher. I can listen you.
1 second. All right. Can you? 1 second. Let me just a second. Can you listen to me now? No. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay. All right. Can you listen to me now? Your speaker is not working. Please check your connection or use a different speaker. Okay. Well, the idea is that you could see what we have there, right? I'm just going to share so you can see, and I want you guys to practice more. I was saying that you have access to the meetings that we have in WhatsApp, so you can go on a platform and you can get the meeting and you can see the class again and listen to the class and listen to the class and listen and practice. That is the idea of doing all this, and that is what I'm showing you. So here, when you go to the class, then you have in the part of Zoom, you have the Zoom meetings. So make sure that you go back and that you check the classes if you want to practice. In the module 3, I'm going to show you the module 3 now. You need to complete all the parts for module 3 because you have the module 3 exam tomorrow. So you got to make sure that that is completed so we can start checking, module 4. On Monday, module 4 is going to be on the platform ready. So you need to finish module 3 tomorrow, the exam and everything, so you can start checking about module 4. And please study in advance. You need to study before you come to the class, not after. I'm sorry, say that.
Module 3 finish tomorrow.
Exactly.
And, module 3 finish tomorrow.
Yes.
The platform.
Well, the exam is going to be ready today. Everything else I put like 3 or 4 days ago, but we had already some class about module 3, so you should have sufficient information to complete module 3 with no problem. And then module 4 is going to be open on Monday, so you can go check the activities so you can watch. Now, this online is for you to check the videos and for you to complete the exercises, all right? The idea of this online part is that you can practice before you come to the class and the book. Okay, look, it says here, vocabulary activities. I'm going to show you some vocabulary activities. You were supposed to watch this already and to complete this already because I advised in a group that module 3 was ready. in the WhatsApp group, remember? Okay, I'm just gonna go in here so you can see some of the videos. And the idea is that you can complete what we have here, and please, daily routine, day in college, the time, wild and domestic animals, family members. All right, you need to watch those things. What I'm saying is that, well, let me go with family members. That you have a lot of material, and a lot of students, they are not checking the book, they are not checking the platform. Look. Similar to what we had today, to the class we had today. I'm just going to play it so you could see, and that is in a platform. All right. I want you guys to study, check the videos, play the videos, memorize, practice. All right.
This is my family. Hi.
Hi.
He's my husband.
She's my wife.
They're my parents. She's my mother. He's my father. They're my children. He's my son. She's my daughter.
They're my grandparents. She's my grandmother. He's my grandfather.
They're my grandchildren. She's my granddaughter. He's my grandson. He's my brother. She's my sister. She's my niece. He's my nephew.
She's my aunt. He's my uncle. She's my cousin. They're my cousins.
This is my family. Bye.
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 All right, that is only one of the videos. Okay, now the idea with those videos, I select those videos personally, is that you can listen and practice, and you can memorize, and you can repeat. I mean, you can watch the video 10 times, all right, 20 times. That is the idea of the virtual platform. It's not only for the exam, it's so you can have some material that when you read the book, when you investigate about the book, then this together with the book is going to be good to practice. Okay, some students, they are not watching the videos. Some students, they are not completing the virtual part. And you need to complete the virtual part because that is part of the program. If you don't complete the virtual part, then you don't finish the program. So please. Now we're going to finish module 3. Then next week we're going to do module 4 complete. And then the other week we're going to do module 5. And we're going to have 2 more days extra. But I don't call them extra. Those 2 days that we have is so everybody can send all the presentations that you have. Okay, remember, for every module you have 1 presentation. And the information for the presentation is here. where it says module presentation. Okay, if you go in here, you're going to see, let me go in so you can understand that part. If you go inside, you're going to see the instructions. Okay, module 3 presentation. Some students, they didn't complete module 1 presentation. Some students didn't complete module 2 presentation. Every presentation is part of your points for the class. So you need to complete the presentations. Look, it says here, students are going to send a video with a presentation about their schedule using the vocabulary in module 3. All right? You need to complete this part so you can finish this module. Okay? In module 2, some students didn't do the presentation. In module 3, they didn't do the presentation. Mr. Reyes, what is the idea? Well, you get the vocabulary that is in the book and you do a presentation. In this case, you talk about the activities and the routine that you have. On Mondays, an example, right? On Mondays, I get up at 7 a.m. Then after I get up, I take a shower. I usually go to school after 7:30. I start my classes at 8. That you need to prepare in a video, all right, about your routine. Now remember, this is for module 3. Some students didn't complete module 2 and they didn't complete module 1 because they didn't do the presentation. So please make sure that you are working, all right? Make sure that you are completing. So like that will be good. When we finish with module 5, you want to have more time so you can do the presentations, all right? But you need to do the presentations. Okay, it's a video. You can do an example like a PowerPoint presentation and talk in the video. The main thing is that you speak, okay, that you use the vocabulary, you use the structure that we have in the book, you listen to the class and you create good sentences and then you can speak those sentences. All right, make sure that you are completing the platform. If you have any problems with the platform, you let me know in the WhatsApp group. All right?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, Mr. Asen.
Where I send the video?
Right there, you should send the video. Not directly the video. I explained to the student last time that you need to record the video in a platform. An example like in a YouTube platform or online, and here you send the link to that video, like I do with the meetings. The same thing I do with the Zoom meeting. You upload it. It could be YouTube. You know, YouTube is free anyways, so you can have a YouTube channel. You upload it to that channel and you send me the link. You can do it in Google Drive. All right, you get the video. You upload the video to Google Drive, to your Google Drive, and you send me the link. Here, when you go as a student, you can go in and it's going to give you the option to send the video. You send the link. Okay, you put the link there. I'm going to see your name. I'm going to see the link. And then I'm going to watch the video and you're going to get your points. This presentation or the presentations, they are part of the points of your exam. Okay, your exam is 60%, I think it is, and this is 15%. The rest will be on participation that you will get. Everything is on at the beginning of the program. It gives you the details about the points. All right, so you need those points too, so you can complete this part. Now, after we finish module 5, you're gonna have 1 or 2 days so you can send all the presentations just in case you don't have the presentations, all right? But you need to send the presentation for the program, all right? That is very, very important. Why, Mr. Reyes? Well, in the presentation, you show me that you dominate the vocabulary, all right? You have a presentation in module 2 about the house. So there, you need to get pictures. I always advise a PowerPoint presentation. All right, I advise. You get a picture of a house and you complete the presentation of module 2. What is the presentation of Module 2? Well, it's about a house and the things in the house. Well, this is my dream house, Mr. Reyes. Let me check with you. Just in case, because a lot of students didn't complete the presentation of Module 2. Module 2, let me go with you so you can check. And we're going to check the part of the presentation. The Module 1 presentation is the easiest one because it's the beginning. Okay, here we go. Module 2 presentation. You should have the instructions there. Very similar. The only things that changes is the instructions. Students are going to send a video with a presentation about their dream house using the vocabulary in Module 2. Perfect. Okay? You're going to talk about your dream house. My dream house is an example, right? You get a presentation, pop, 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 and you're going to say, my dream house has 20 bathrooms. My dream house has 100 rooms. I live in a mansion. 20 pools, right? You're going to use the vocabulary in what? In Module 2. So the idea of these presentations is that you show Mr. Reyes and that you show the program, because this is your evidence that you completed the module. This is part of the evidence that you understand that information. So you go, you study Module 2, you get the vocabulary, you create sentences, right? And then you elaborate a video showing that you dominate those sentences. That is what is it about. You're going to have pictures about your dream house, and you're going to start talking about your dream house. This is my dream house, an example, right? My dream house has 20 bathrooms. It has 100 rooms. It has 3 balconies, right? Balconies, bathroom, rooms, kitchens. You are using the vocabulary in Module 2. That is the idea. And you are using it, right, with the structure that we have in Module 2. How can I do that, Mr. Reyes? You go to Module 2, you get your house, and you elaborate sentences similar to the one that we have in Module 2. The same thing with Module 3, with Module 4, and with Module 5. All right, make sure that you are on point, because if you don't have the videos, I cannot complete your points. Okay? So you got to start working on that. You're going to have 2 extra days. When we finish Module 5, we're going to have 2 extra days. You can do them now when we finish the modules, right? Or you can say, okay, I'm going to do all the videos after we finish Module 5. You can do that. But remember, if you wait, then you're going to have less time and it's more work. I advise the students, finish Module 1, complete everything from Module 1. The exam, the videos, everything that you need to send. All right? Finish Module 2, complete everything for Module 2. Finish Module 3, complete everything for Module 3. Finish Module 4, complete everything for Module 4. Finish Module 5, and if you complete everything, then you're going to have 2 days to study for the final exam. Okay? After Module 5, we have the final exam. That's basically it with the class. Okay? So make sure that you are completing. If you have a problem with the platform, sending the video, write to me in the chat, okay? You can say, Mr. Reyes, and then you can send the link to the WhatsApp group, and I watch it from there, all right? Because I need to see it. I need to have that evidence. For my supervisor, right? For my supervisor, I need to have the evidence of your points. And the evidence are in the group, in the platform.